Yo, Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to Rooted in Music TV, where everything that we talk about, everything that we discuss is rooted in music. I have another bomb episode for y'all, but before I begin, I hit the like button, the subscribe button, and share button. And if you'd like to support your independent artist, Cash App, $ Michael US. I don't want to go to the majors because they are rubbing their artists down with baby oil. Music lovers. Oh! DJ Vlad. Culture Vulture ass is back at it again. God damn. I was watching an interview. I'm gonna drop a link to it. So I'm just doing a reaction to this interview, and it doesn't amaze me. He's saying he was talking to Tony Yayo, and pretty much they're talking about Tory Lane's situation in jail. You know, whether he should go to PC or general population. PCs with the creeps and rapists and people too scary to walk the line, and general population. They have creeps and killers and gang members, and these are so-called the manly men, but there's gays on the general population. So how that work? How did the gays get into general population? If y'all all tough guys, y'all real men. So anyway, they're pretty much saying that if Tory Lanez would have went to PC, then his perception of him being a tough guy, or his perception of being from the streets from Canada. Shout out Canada. Can we give a shout out to Canada? Can we let Canada know that we still got love. Canada. We still got love. Why is doing that? Sorry, y'all. Just because they from the other side, we still show love. Because when you're confident what you can do, you know, you can be like, okay, those are our contemporaries. Those are people that we compete with, and it's all good. Because at the end of the day, it's about the fans. It's about the fans being involved. It's about the fans buying ticket sales. It's about the fans showing up to show love to their favorite artists. So I like Tory Lanez. Me personally, I like Tory Lanez, but Tony Yayo's pretty much saying from a street perspective, which Vlad is not street. He's saying from a street perspective, or even from a regular person perspective, but especially from a street perspective, if Tory Lanez would have went to PC, it would have made him look like a chump, like he's scared to be a man, just a man, but he's scared. It shows that he's not really from the streets. Now, those of you who don't follow Tory Lanez that much, he does say a lot of slick stuff, a lot of street stuff, but a lot of his music is Caribbean, like. He's very versatile. He's like Chris Brown. He's like on the line of Ray Shermer. He's on the line of who would I say? He's very versatile. He can do R&B. He can do rap. You can even put Drake. He's on the line of Drake. You know, they're not like a Chief Keef where they have pretty much one lane is just drill, kill a nigga, sell drugs, smoke the ops. Like he does other things, and now he's transitioned into R&B, more R&B, and making good music. The man can rap, and he can sing. He's a really good rapper, and this is what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, the plaques, it does help the case on who's the GOAT, but you got to think about the eras and album sales. I'm trying to give you guys a whole little background about. Little bit about Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is a phenomenal rapper. He doesn't get his just due. Him and Lucas Joyner, they had their little beat. Lucas Joyner can rap. These guys are like bar for bar. These guys can rap. But he can sing. So like I said, he's going back to most of his fan base is R&B. And Vlad was saying that he's saying that Tory Lanez regrets going into PC because of the dangers of general population. Once again, Vlad is saying that he regrets it now being stabbed over 14 times. He regrets not going into PC. See, here's my problem with Vlad saying, this is my problem about this culture vulture. He's a culture vulture, and I can't stand this dude. But let me get out my feelings, because I just can't believe black men just allow this man to be around them. That nigga ain't around me, he's around them. Because here's what I'm saying. He's not around me, he's around y'all. This man just said Tory Lanez is fake. He said in the interview, he's pretending to be something that he's not. Who are you to tell another man that he's pretending? Who are you, white boy, to tell somebody that he's pretending? You're a white boy. You're a Jewish white boy from Russia talking about a black man that's surviving jail. He's in jail. He's actually in the trenches. So it really doesn't matter what the hell you got to say, Vlad. That nigga's, he's in there. He's getting stabbed up. He putting hits on folk. And there's a lot of black men riding his wave. Listen. Do y'all know the meaning of survival of the fittest? Meaning that you're going to have to adapt into your surroundings. And after you adapt, you become the apex predator, right? If I'm on the streets, I understand how the streets go. I'm trying to see everybody's intentions. And once I'm in the streets, I have to move a certain way. I still have my codes and my principles. I ain't messing with no punks on the streets. I ain't messing with no punks if I was a civilian. It's just certain things that are just universal. It doesn't matter what environment you're in. You're going to, adhere to those principles. So in Vlad's mind, black men are not able to adapt. He feels because he's an R&B singer, he's supposed to be soft. This is what Tony Yayo's trying to explain to him. That's just a part of a man, right? A man, because I never hear Vlad talk about ancient Rome and ancient Greece, how they used to slaughter hundreds of men, used to rape women, do all these crazy, horrific things. And at the end of the day, they write poetry. They build statues in the name of Mother Italy. For all in the name of Italy, they do all these horrific things. Throwing Christians into lions. But these are remarkable men. Think about that. These men are remarkable. The empires that they built. They're able to write poetry. They have some of the best artists. They're able to draw. See, Vlad don't think that black men are that sophisticated. And this is why he purposely went to hip hop to display how ignorant we are. We are ignorant to a degree. We prove every time we go on his show, we prove how dumb we are. He said, this is gonna be a podcast because I gotta go in. I gotta get all my points across. He's saying that Torey Lanez is being something that he's not. No, he's being something that he has to be because Vlad doesn't know anything about adapting, doesn't know about digging deep within his soul. One, he doesn't believe in God. So he doesn't believe he have a soul. Torey Lanez is black. Most black people, I know a lot of black people hate Jesus Christ. I know a lot of black people hate God. I know a lot of black people hate the Holy Spirit because they feel sorry for themselves. They don't have a warrior spirit. They don't believe in overcoming. They don't believe in defying the odds. They want somebody to feel sorry for their weak ass and then blame God at the end of the day. Why these bad things happening to us is happening because you're letting it happen. How about that? Torey Lanez knows he has a soul. Torey Lanez knows he has a soul, and he knows how to dig deep into his soul to survive this thing. He knows he has to dig deep into his mind because a lot of people say he's being set up by Jay-Z. I'm trying to figure out how in the hell a Mexican on the West Coast even got so close to a nigga. And that's another thing about them niggas on today's niggas. They play patty cake with the cartel. They play patty cake with the Mexican mafia. They play patty cake because of the danger. Ain't black people dangerous? Have you watched the news? Make that make sense. The black people commit most of the crimes. They up there with the white folks. Depending on how you look at it, it's fewer of us. It's not that much of a margin. There's a lot of blacks in America, but they might, they trick the numbers to make it seem like it was only 2% of blacks, but we make up 90% of the violent crimes and shootings. That's what they really want to say about us. It's all about painting the image that we're dumb, effing monkeys. And Vlad believes this. But going back, them dudes on the West Coast. I'm from Cali. I'm a Cali nigga. I'm from Sacramento. Playing patty cake with the Mexican gangs, but you go hard on the nigga. Because I'm trying to figure out how in the hell nobody rushed the Mexicans when they trying to put their hands on a black dude. That sends a message. That sends a message to all the other Latin gangs that they can just handle and slap black men around like a $2 hooker. That sends a message to the other Mexican gangs, the cartels who get their ass locked up. They can do whatever they want to a black man. How in the hell nobody came to Torey Lanez's rescue? I thought it was segregated. How in the hell did that Mexican even get close to a black man up in there? Y'all let me know. Those you niggas got them phones up in there. Don't incriminate yourself. Send me a kite, goddammit. I want to know, how did a Mexican get that close to a nigga in prison? But y'all supposed to be the baddest. There was a time where we used to put the fear of God into the Mexicans. Nobody wanted to deal with a black man. Back in them days, hell to them. They wasn't dealing with no, you know what they call us? I used to talk to the OGs. He said the brothers, all the Mexicans. There's a lot. They were locking them Mexicans up like no other. Locking up them Salvadorians. Locking up. We ain't have too many Hondurans. There's only Mexicans and Salvadorians out there. Let me check. Couple of Puerto Ricans, but predominantly Mexicans and Salvadorians in Cali. Back when I was growing up, Salvadorians, Mexicans, a pinch of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, but a lot of Mexicans, they were locking the Mexicans up. And he said, the brothers, don't mess with the brothers, don't mess with the brothers. The Mexicans understood how dangerous they are, and they fully understood how there was a time where blacks were organized in the prisons. There was a time we used to unite, and we send the message to the white boys. We used to send the message to the Mexicans, send the message to the Asians, send the message to everybody. We're the most violent and the most gruesome up in there. We're still violent, but it's just so unorganized. It's just so goddamn crazy. Like, I still can't understand how a Mexican even got that close to Tory Lanez. A lot of people said that Jay-Z was paying off a lot of folks in that prison to turn they back, paying off COs, paying off inmates. Turn your mother effing head because the hit is coming. Turn your head. Now I'm hearing that it's over a girl. I don't know, but I don't understand. I'm going to my next point. I just don't understand how Tory Lanez got stabbed up by in a segregated environment. How did this Mexican even get close? What I'm saying is, should have been a bunch of niggas rushing that Mexican. You ain't touching no brother. If anybody gonna touch him, we gonna touch him. We gonna see what the problem is. We gonna resolve this problem. You ain't gonna just walk your little taco eating ass over here and gonna poke this boy up. Because that means you can just walk over here and just poke me up. What you think this is? We used to think like that. I don't know. I'm just different. Moving on. Vlad. He said he's being something that he's not. See, Vlad never been in a situation where your life's on the line. He's never been in a situation where, no, I'm not. Oh, yeah, Vlad. No, Vlad alone has never been in a situation with his life on his line. And I'm just thinking about that. Yes, he has. And it didn't turn out well for him because Rick Ross and his boys put hands on him because he's running his goddamn mouth. Shout out to Rick Ross. Rick Ross, he's a Mason too, but we're going to give it to Rick Ross and his gang. For putting hands and feet. MMG. Shout out to the Maybach Music Group because they put hands and feet on Vlad. And look what Vlad punk ass do. Look what his ass do. He sues. So if you don't want to be, because Vlad wants to have 1 foot in the streets and 1 foot in Department of Correction. And there's another clip of Vlad admitting that he was fascinated with the underbelly of hip hop. He wants to be in all the gossip. This is real life. This is real people losing their lives. These are real funerals, Vlad. These are real black men losing their lives over foolishness. And he said he wants to get involved in it and profit off it. And you can't tell me that is not true because he doesn't believe in God. This man has no morals. So if you don't believe in God, my nigga, where does your morals come from? It can't come from human beings because human beings are flawed. You can't have morals and principles and righteousness derived and from human beings. It cannot originate from human beings. It has to come from a higher power, an absolute perfect power, which he doesn't believe in. So you don't know if this man lying or not. I don't believe nothing this man say. Tory Lanez is fake. No, nigga, you fake. That's pretty much he's saying by Tory Lanez becoming a gorilla, because that's what you got to become when you in the goddamn general population. And here's where Vlad, and as much as Vlad be sending niggas to jail, you know PC is just as worse as general population. I've never been to prison. Who the hell want to be locked up with child molesters and scary men? Who the hell want to be locked up with people who eat children? These are the creeps go, raping who R-word women who done heinous things to children, sleeping with dead bodies. These are the creeps go. I'd rather be with gang members any day. Gang members who about their money, about their hustle, because I can get a feel of what I need to do to crack his skull. Because I know I have an idea how he's coming. You don't know how a man who sleeps with dead body is coming. A cannibal. This is what I mean. Vlad has all the answers for black folks. He likes to stir shit and then try to be the savior. He thinks he's a savior of black folks. He thinks he's smarter than all black folks. Don't believe me? He made it his point, and this is why he loved having what's his name? Michael J. White, the karate dude. Michael J. White be hating on everybody too. That nigga's a hater too, right? He said Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan could beat Bruce Lee. He probably could, but what difference does it make? Bruce Lee is dead. He's not here to defend himself. Vlad gets on and tell the whole world, oh yeah, in Tupac, he died with only $5,000. He think he's richer than all black men. He believed that black men will never obtain real wealth like him because he is into stocks and he manipulates hip hop. And he's at his businesses. I could never work for a dude like Vlad. I could never, ever, 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 ever work for a dude, be around a dude like that. I'm seeing the game. Everybody's seeing the game, but dude still go on the show. If you're a black man and you go on his show, I don't know if he's paying. He said he doesn't pay his people. And here's the thing: you go on this show, you incriminate yourself, and you're not getting paid. Go on Vlad's show, you incriminate yourself, and you still don't get paid. Back to Torey Lanez. Who are you to tell another black man what he can't be? He has a slave he has a slave master's mentality. Let's give it up for Torey Lanez as well. Let's give it up for Torey Lanez and him himself. Shout out to Torey Lanez for flying the eyes. And shout out to Torey Lanez's dad. Shout out to Torey Lanez's dad. It's like this country is bigger than Vlad. There is a problem that this country has with confident black men. This is why I talk the way I talk. This is why when I get fired up because I'm like, Ev, you can do it right now. I ain't scared of a little death. What you scared of? As long as I get my point across, because that's the only thing these demons understand. They understand violence, and black men used to understand that too. We used to understand that too. We still keep God first. We used to understand that these motherfuckers ain't gonna stop until you stop them. Vlad doesn't believe that a man can write a beautiful symphony and then go out there and whoop some ass on the battlefield. He believes all black men should be one-dimensional. I never used to that when you interview these Russian mobsters or these Italian mobsters, these Irish mobsters, these Jewish mobsters. They're able to commit all kinds of heinous crimes and come home and be loving, upstanding fathers to their children. A lot of them were pieces of shit, but they still came home and nobody talks about their flaws. Now, as time went on, many, many years after all these men are dead, we're talking about how much of a POS most of these guys were, right? Outside of their mafia responsibility, a lot of these guys were POSs, right? But here's the thing. Black men are POSs no matter what we do. Right? He believes that all black men are one-dimensional. If you are a gangbanger, that's all you ever going to be. You can't do other things. Going back to the battlefield, that's our battlefield. The streets is our battlefield, right? Trying to survive is our battlefield, right? Every other culture of men are allowed to go out there and make a kill for their country, kill for their family, kill for what they want. But when black men kill, we're thugs, we're animals, lock them up. All throughout Europe, they've been conquering the whole world, doing horrendous things to the entire globe. Great Britain, conquering folks, raping folks. And until this day, they are admired. The statue, going back to the statues and the Colosseum and their brilliance. Notice how they don't talk about all the horrific things they've done. Notice how they never talk about how much of a POS a lot of these people were. Vlad believes that because a black man is able to be in the streets, you can't be in the streets and be a loving father. A lot of men are in the streets because they are loving fathers. This is what I mean by this dude gets under my goddamn nerve, bro. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy how, and I hope every black man that goes on there gets some money out this. I'll be damned if I get exploited and he gets all the money. I don't agree with a lot what Marlon has done for the black community, but I do agree with him going at Vlad. You pay me. Shout out to Marlon Wayans just on that perspective with Vlad. You pay me. You in black people's business. Vlad, you in black people's business. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, this dude kills me. I'm like, He has to be a gorilla because he's around gorillas. And this is what happens when you get a soft man like Vlad. You're soft and you're scary, and you don't have what it takes to defend yourself, defend your honor. You don't work. He lost some weight, but he's not physically built. You know, I know a lot of skinny dudes are built for war. They have strength. Like this, you just look at this dude and tell he's just a slimy individual. Who are you to tell a black man that he can't be confident? Who are you to tell a black man that he has to be in one bubble? These are slave masters. You're going to go to a job, you're going to work this job for 40 years, and hopefully, if you're healthy enough, you'll make it to those 40 years, and then you're going to give you retirement, if the retirement still exists. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to put you right here, you're going to do this, and you do what I say, and then you just die off. This is how he thinks about black men. Torey Lanez is a gorilla. Torey Lanez is a gangster. He's in one of the worst prisons in California, and he survived. He got his ass stabbed up. He survived that. He been falsely accused by Megan Thee Stallion. He survived that. Vlad got a little taste of the streets of how fast things can turn in the streets. How fast, even if you're not in the streets, just as a man, as a grown man, you know how dangerous the world is. It shouldn't be no street stuff. This is man stuff. Every time I walk out the door, it's danger. I'm on guard. I am ready to go. It has nothing to do with no streets. I'm a mother effing man, right? I'm calculated. Okay, if I do this, gotta call the police. I gotta do that. But at the end of the day, I don't trust them either. I don't trust nobody. And if I kill a man, check this out. If I clap this dude and I do all the right things, who's to say the judge don't see it my way? Who's to say the judge is crooked and they need to fill their quota and get these prisons filled? Which means I have to go to jail, which means you have to be a gorilla. So now I'm in jail and I'm telling people what's going on. I'm whooping ass. I'm taking names. But according to Vlad, he remembers me working at CVS. Oh, he's pretending to be tough. He's pretending to be a tough guy. No, nigga, you have to be tough in there. What the hell are you talking about? You have to look in the mirror and say, that's just life. Whether you're in prison or not, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say what you're going to go for and what you're not going to go for. But oh yeah, I remember when Michael was working at CVS, and I let's say I have a cell phone, I'm trying to tell the world what's going on. Dudes are stabbing me, but I cracked about 5 dudes up in here. They shipping me off again, and you got people like Vlad who've never been in this predicament saying, "I'm being fake because I have morals, because I ain't taking no shit, because I'm able to sing and rap." That's a part of my life, right? Even if it's a big part of my life, I'm still a man because Vlad looks at black men as little boys, right? Who don't understand environments, who don't understand calculations, who don't understand emotional intelligence. Vlad believes we're simple, dumb monkeys. He loves to put us in a box, right? He thinks he's smarter than all black men. He thinks he's richer. He can make more money than any black man out there. Look at the way he talk. Because he should have said, you know what? I hope because he believes most black men are weak like him. No, Vlad. Torey Lanez is a soldier, unlike your weak ass. And you saw what happened when you ran your mouth. Look what Rick Ross and his boys did to you. Running your damn mouth. And Vlad sued. So Vlad, if you so damn tough, why didn't you handle your business? Why didn't you go catch those dudes since you so damn tough? This is a dude that walks around with security and police everywhere he go. He talks a lot of shit knowing that it's going to agitate real men like myself because he knows that nobody going to touch him because he got police around him. Think about that. Think about the type of lifestyle. Like I would never want Vlad's lifestyle where everywhere I got to go, I need police. Damn, do people like you anywhere you go? I want you to think about this. Everywhere he goes, he has police when he does interviews. He has police. If I need security during these interviews, we're just sitting down. When have you guys ever gone to a job interview and needed security? I'll wait. You managers, when have you ever conducted an interview? You're trying to hire somebody and you needed a manager. You needed security. If I'm a manager and I need security in order to get through this interview process, then I'm not doing a damn interview. That lets me know he knows he's on the side. He's a slime ball. You need security around you during an interview, then you shouldn't surround yourself with that type of company, or you shouldn't be so goddamn scary. Or stop stirring up shit everywhere you go. Talking about Tory Lanez is fake. He's being something that you not. No, you being everything that you were called to be by your father Satan, and that's a culture vulture. But who do you get mad? Do you get mad at Vlad? Do you get mad at black men? Continue to support this dude. Handle your business, Tory. Handle your business. 250 capital G. I want y'all to flood my comments. The number one music show out there, number one music channel. I want y'all to enjoy yourselves. And if I'm wrong, y'all let me know, how am I wrong about this dude? Worst of the worst. Rooted in Music TV, I'm gone.